everyone, it's Carolyn and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 tasty, easy, and delicious and healthy breakfast options if you have PCOS. Now these breakfasts are going to be the perfect combination of protein, fats, and carbohydrates that is going to keep you full all morning long, give you tons of energy, balance your hormones, and most importantly, they're going to taste amazing. So before I get into the video, I wanted to share with you some fun new kitchen gadgets that I got from my friends at Kitchen Mama. These are their electric salt and pepper grinders, and what I love about these is that they are a one-hand technology. There's no button that you have to push, there's no crank that you have to crank. You just flip them over and they use gravity to dispense the salt and peppers, and you can even adjust the coarseness to a fine, medium, or coarse grind depending on your personal preferences. So these are great for having your kids help you in the kitchen. They're perfect if you're injured or maybe you have arthritic hands. And what I love about them is that they're super easy to use. You just tip them over and it dispenses your salt and pepper in the perfect quantities. So I want to thank Kitchen Mama so much for sending these to me. I'm going to be showing you how I incorporate them into my breakfast making routine throughout the video. Now, it's really important for a PCOS friendly breakfast to be very high protein. This is going to help stabilize your blood sugars not only in the morning but throughout the entire day. So I really emphasize protein in all of my breakfasts, but of course we want to include some healthy fats as well and some healthy carbohydrates. And what I mean by that is that they are full of fiber, they're gluten-free, and they have very little sugar in them. So that is sort of the basis of how I try and structure my meals, but I have a lot of different options for you guys because I know it can get repetitive to eat the same thing over and over for breakfast. So I really hope that these give you some great ideas, and let's jump right in. So the first breakfast that I'm going to show you is one of my absolute favorites, and I love it because not only is it going to fill you up and taste great, but it only takes, I would say, less than 5 minutes to make, as long as you have some hard-boiled eggs on hand, which I had prepped earlier in the week. I have some whole grain gluten-free bread, and I like to save time by buying these individual packs of guacamole, and seriously, just see how fast I can throw this breakfast together. My breakfast is done and it tasted so good. I added in 2 of these breakfast chicken sausages as well for some extra protein in addition to the eggs on my avocado toast. Seriously, I was full all morning long. This gave me tons of energy, and I also added some collagen to my coffee for extra protein in addition to my Nut Pods creamer. So I seriously hope you guys give this a try. You will not regret it. Next up, I have this tasty and delicious corned beef hash. Now, this came together so fast because yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, and so I had leftover corned beef and cooked potatoes. However, if you don't, that's fine. Just grab a bag of those frozen hash browns from your grocery store and any leftover protein you have, such as brisket or ham, or my favorite is pulled pork. So to get started, I'm going to chop up some peppers, and I'm also going to dice up half of an onion. I love sneaking vegetables in pretty much every meal, and that includes any savory breakfast that I happen to be having. So while I get these diced up, I'm going to be preheating a skillet with just a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm going to start by sauteing my vegetables while I prep the rest of the ingredients. Now, I am using my leftover corned beef and potatoes. Like I mentioned, I'm just dicing that up into bite-sized pieces. Now, if I was going to be using frozen hash browns, which I use all the time, I would add those to the skillet while the vegetables are already sauteing. But since my potatoes were already cooked, I'm just adding everything in at the end because all it needs to do is warm up. I'm seasoning it with paprika, some garlic powder, and a little bit of salt because the corned beef already has a lot of salt and pepper in it. So here is my beautiful balanced breakfast. It has everything that I need to keep me full and energized for my entire morning. protein from the beef, carbohydrates from the potatoes, extra nutrients from the vegetables, and then I have my collagen coffee over there that has even extra protein and obviously caffeine to give me energy. So I'm gonna dig in, and I hope that you give this a try. Seriously, it's so good, and it's just nice. It's something that most people don't make, so it's good to switch up your breakfast every now and then and try something new. For breakfast today, I have a tasty blueberry oatmeal along with a protein iced coffee drink that you are gonna love even more than anything you can get at Starbucks. Now, I make my oatmeal with almond milk to make it extra creamy. Just make sure your oats are gluten-free, and I only season mine with cinnamon and a pinch of salt. On my stove, I'm warming up 1 cup of almond milk until it's simmering. When it is, I'll add in half a cup of oats and let that cook until it's absorbed. Brooke, stop it. While my almond milk is warming up on the stove, I'm gonna go ahead and make my coffee. I am making the yummiest, tastiest iced coffee drink. You're not gonna miss any of the sugar or dairy in it. So I'm starting with this. It's just black unsweetened cold brew coffee. You can find these at most grocery stores. And then to it, I'm going to be adding this dairy-free protein coffee drink. So this has caramel coffee flavor that is super yummy. It only has 1 gram of sugar. It has 12 grams of protein. So it is going to be so much better for you than those sugar-filled Starbucks Frappuccino type drinks. Seriously, it's going to fill you up. It is going to keep you full with the protein, and it's going to taste so good. Simmering, so I'm going to add in my half a cup of oats. I'm going to add in a big sprinkle of cinnamon. Cinnamon is such a great anti-inflammatory spice to add. And then just a dash of salt with my new salt shaker. I'm going to give this a stir and just let it cook on medium-low until the liquid is absorbed and the oats are softened to my liking. My breakfast is done, and it only took about 5 minutes to make. I can't wait to dig in. I added a sprinkle of blueberries and some extra cinnamon. My protein iced coffee is going to be creamy and delicious. I can't wait to enjoy it. So that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, we're going to be making our very last breakfast, and this is one of my favorites because it seriously tastes like a delicious dessert. So in my bowl here, I already spooned in some yogurt. I'm dairy free, so I absolutely love this coconut milk yogurt. It is really creamy, but unfortunately it has very little protein in it, especially when you compare it to something like Greek yogurt that has a lot of protein. It has less than 1 gram, so basically nothing. So in order to get a good amount of protein in this breakfast, I'm adding in a scoop of protein powder. You can use, any flavor you like, obviously, but if you're sensitive to dairy like me, just opt for a vegan version because most protein powders contain whey, and that contains dairy, obviously. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mix this up, and seriously, it tastes like you're eating pudding. It's so good. And then I'll show you the toppings that I top it with that make it even better. Okay, it's all mixed up. How creamy and tasty does that look? All right, now for toppings, I like to add in some unsweetened coconut flakes. I absolutely adore coconut, and the unsweetened ones taste just as good as the sweetened stuff, I promise. Then I am adding in some cacao nibs. Now these are sugar-free, naturally sugar-free, so feel free to go ahead and add them in there. They give a great chocolatey crunch, and they're filled with antioxidants as well. And then for some extra crunch, I'm adding in some gluten-free granola. And I'm only doing about a tablespoon of all these different things. You don't need a lot to get that flavor and crunch. And then to finish it off, I'm adding in a big handful of blueberries. I love incorporating berries into my breakfast because they're a low glycemic fruit, so they're not going to have as much of an impact on your blood sugar as something sweeter like bananas or mango or watermelon or something like that. So berries are great. Feel free to add those in. breakfast is ready. This is seriously the fastest breakfast. You can throw this together in like under 2 minutes. One thing I did forget to mention, when you are getting yogurt, please, please, please opt for the unsweetened version. Yogurt is a sugar trap. So many yogurts are just filled with sugar, even more than like a candy bar. So when you opt for the unsweetened version, like this one, for example, has 0 grams of added sugar. This is going to be such a better option for you, and it's really going to help you manage your PCOS so much better than buying those flavored sweetened yogurts. But this looks like it came out of a magazine. How pretty is it with all the layers? Oops, I missed a blueberry. There, now it's perfect. And then of course I have my collagen coffee like I do every morning. This is going to be a delicious high protein breakfast that again, it's just going to keep you full all morning long. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you found this video helpful and that you got some new ideas on how to switch up your breakfast routine. I want to thank my friends at Kitchen Mama so much for sending me these electric salt and pepper grinders. I seriously love them and I've been using them for quite a while now. I'll make sure to have their link down in the description box if you want to go and check them out and maybe try them out of your own. So leave me a comment letting me know which one of these breakfast options were your favorite, and if you have any other ideas, make sure that you send them my way because I'm always looking to switch things up. Again, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.